You are now listening to Swag FM.
Swag FM.
Swag FM.
Swag FM.
Swag is eternal.
Guess who live and guess who back? Guess who live and guess who back, nigga? It's ODY, why. And listen, man, I've got a good ass playlist coming up. Like I said in the previous episode, I knew I was gonna say this at the start of every episode, but this one is the one. It's one of them ones. Let me just say it's one of them ones. Okay. And today's topic is not enough people think they have the ability to become great. And I won't even lie, I was like that. Growing up, I used to think that niggas was like when they were being born and like in the creation stage of every human, you know, God would be like, he'd put a label on people and be like, this one is destined to be great. This one is destined to da-da-da. This one is just going to be a plumber. This one is going to be a mechanic. This one is going to be an IT specialist. And that's really how I thought this whole life thing was figured out. Not that I believe in destiny. I believe more in like free will, yeah. But at the end of the day, where you were going was already pre-decided. It's just how you got there, you know. So I don't know, some people will call that destiny. I don't think that's really destiny. Some people would say so, but I don't care what people say. Anyways, the thing that irks me, you know, that sometimes pisses me off. Okay, pisses me off it's kind of a crazy word. It just rubs me the wrong way, is when people really believe what I said. And I can't blame them, you know, because I used to think that until about the age of, and when I was in high school, maybe like 15, 16, I used to think that, like I said, everyone was born with like the pre-label, like this baby's going to become the greatest basketball player on earth. This nigga's going to become the greatest swimmer on the planet. This one's going to be, like, I used to think that. So I would just go through life just like kind of coasting through everything, really. And then I couldn't just live with the fact of like mediocrity, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like mediocrity is kind of like a blanket term, but in the bad sense, because how can you deem someone mediocre if like they have a stable job, you know, they have a good family, there's never any like rent issues, you know, parents go to work, they bring home the bread, and like their life is stable. That's not mediocre if you came from a place that was like really challenging to grow up in and to come from, you know. So I guess mediocre is subjective, but for me it's more mediocre in the way you think, you know. I just feel like everyone has the ability to be like the best of the best. And I guess that kind of contradicts what being the best is, because if everyone's the best, then everyone's average. You know what I mean? Then everyone's average. But let me rather say I would prefer it more if people thought the way I did. You know, I would. But that's not how life is. Life is not about, life isn't, well, actually, life is about me, but it's about me in the sense that I'm the one steering my ship, or so I think. But it's not about me in the sense that everything revolves around me and like just put people in bad situations just because I can, and you know, that shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. So let's get into the next one. This one is Marigold, Better Days.
I've been searching for some peace, I've been seeking better days. Damn, what a shame, I know some bad days coming, but I'ma keep my head above it. I've been searching for some peace, I've been seeking better days. Damn, what a shame, I know some bad days coming, but I'ma keep my legs running. Just cry, don't hide. Just cry, don't hide. Just cry, don't hide. Just cry, don't hide. Just cry, don't hide.
That was Marigold, Better Days, Don't Hide. Yeah, going back onto topic. Just the whole thought process of being great. I mean, it can be daunting, you know? You see niggas like Michael Jordan and those guys, like just the type of work that they had to put in. It's not really regular level type of ambition and effort needed. It's normally excessive. But if you grew up in a kind of like mind state that you were gonna be great, then the thought of doing extra work really doesn't phase you, because one, you already thought you're gonna be great, and through that, just like a bigger obsession would be formed for it. You know, at the beginning when you wanted to be cool and average, you know, you would just hoop maybe like what, whenever the homies is hooping, that's when you'd hoop. And then you're like, yeah, now I want to get better. So you'll hoop like one day more than the homies. And then you're like, oh, okay, like I really like this shit. So now you're hooping a little bit more, you know, you're doing your research. And that goes for like pretty much anything, like making music. Now you're writing a bit more, you're practicing the guitar more, making more beats and shit. You know, just everything increases. And then once you start getting obsessed and thinking that you can become great in it, it's really hard to stop a machine like that, personally, because, you know, through all the failures that you're gonna encounter, it will be like, you know what, it's cool, this is just a step along the way, and I guess I had to go through this in order to progress in life and to get better at what I want to become great in. And stuff like that, you know, they become a lot easier to think about coming from an overthinker. But you know what, before we overthink a little bit too much, let's get into the next one. This one is Crumble. Oh, and about the other song, bro, I found that guy on like an alt playlist, and I went onto his YouTube. This dude had like 53 views on his video for that song, The Marigold Don't Hide. I was like, dude, damn. That goes to show that the good shit really isn't being seen enough. But yeah, let's move on. This next one is Kevin Abstract, Crumble. It's got Dominic Fike and Ryan Betty on the vocals. Let's go.
You got room, your phone for one more distraction, one more full time. Time is moving too slow for me to distract you. I need to get back to you. All my friends, all my dogs that I got back home, we would look up at the sky, we was 10 years old. All my brothers keep it, let these demons show. Southern blood run deep so that genius grow. From the trees I hang so low, wake go. Bears awake us from a slumber, yeah, dog I know. These petty motherfuckers don't know about Big Mo. Rest in peace my nigga Luke, this is Texas shit for show. My brother Chris put me on and I would never take that from him. No matter how many times he call me faggot in the morning, best thing Bobby your mono was seeing the way we're storming and snap. My father like y'all can't really explain it. Became the hood's favorite, I'm not ever a main bitch, my nigga, I'm just like Scissor. They listen so I deliver. They found out my name was Clifford. I hide it, sometimes I'm lying. I'm tired of fucking crying and hide it behind the diamond killer. I feel better with you, telling you now, don't tell on the crew. Bitter new high, they tell you the move. Hollywood, I wish my brother would shoot. Take me back to my other issue, with plastic with truth. Feet on the roof, drug in my veins, they shot at the place. My bro was an incident, I with the glue. I don't think that will ever get through. You see me standing there heavyweight shoot. Me and my bro ain't never gon' choose. We on the loose, hands out the roof. Hand me my dro, I hand you your bag. All of my ceilings end up like they dad. I remember what them charges were like. I don't wanna be the burden or not.
Weight on my shoulders, I just can't get over. You won't take me back, and they don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know how. They don't know how.
Crumbling outside of your window.
shout out Kevin the Abstract for creating one of the best boy bands of all time. Yeah, I said it. Of all time, nigga. I mean, those guys was really pumping out heat back in the day. High school, I think probably Brockhampton, Dominic Fike, Slow Tie. Who else was I listening to? But those three were like my top listen to artists. So yeah, they was doing numbers, bro. They was really doing numbers. So shout out to Kevin, bro. Shout out Kevin. It's unfortunate that the band had to break up, but really, shout out Kevin. Let's get back to the topic, and part of not believing in that people can become great is constantly waiting for the right time. Oh my days. Oh my days, bro. And I'm saying oh my days because I'm also a victim of this. I mean, I believe I'll be one of the best in the game, but constantly waiting for the right time, damn, that could be like a whole episode on its own. But dude, the amount of things I just didn't do in my life because I'm waiting for the right time it's kind of absurd. I feel like there needs to be a way of like a chart where like it's by your bed or like a screen where you can't interact with it. All you can do is just see what it says, and all it says is like all the opportunities that you passed up on and showing whether or not it would have been a success or not. You know what I mean? Imagine like scrolling down and you've seen like hundreds of ideas that could have went successful. I feel like if that was the case, then people would be more like aggressive and wouldn't care about any of the no's and the negative feedback that they get on certain stuff, because they know it's just, it's just gonna fuel them to become better at whatever they're trying to achieve. So yeah, now how would that even come about? Like, how the fuck would the screen know whether your idea was gonna become true or successful? But anyway, that's just a sick idea. I think it would help a lot of people to stop overthinking like me. But it's all a part of life, bro. Life is just one long ass episode of Black Mirror. Okay? So if you think about it that way, then everything becomes less daunting and you realize there's a script and you're the writer and actor and director. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the truth, honestly. But waiting for the right time. Jeez, dude. I'm getting like worked up just thinking about all the shit that I should have done. But, as an overthinker, you'll always not do a lot of stuff. That's just the nature of it. You'll always not do a lot of stuff. But the one thing I am grateful for is that I've been overthinking my album, but in the best ways. I'm taking my time with it. You always remember your first time, bro. So when that shit drops, I know I would have overthought to the point where now I wouldn't have any more thoughts to think. I would have outthunk myself. So I'm happy about that. But waiting for the right time can really be such a... Damn, sometimes it feels like you just start blaming all your surrounding, It's like, why wasn't I born into like a richer family? Or like, why wasn't I learning guitar from a younger age? Or why wasn't I don't know, riding horses? Whatever the fuck it may be for your life. I'm extremely grateful for the life that I have. I think my life is swag. No, I don't think it's swag. I know it's swag. But sometimes it puts you in a position where now all you do is just blame everyone else but yourself. People need to take more accountability. You're the reason you're not great, bro. And that's the truth of it. You look on Instagram and the people you probably look up to, if you scroll all the way down to their IG pages, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that they were probably making hot ass before they were like the guys you look up to, which is true. I look at like my favorite artists' pages. I'm like, yeah, this shit is low key winky, bro. But that's to be expected with anything. When becoming great, you have to start at level 0 before you can be level 100. And that's the truth. Okay, that really is the truth. So moving on to the next one. This one is 90 Screen by Gene Dawson.
Everybody wanna be the new synagogue, sitting with a grass green, the last feeling, pass the leader, pass the ladder, I'm the standard, I know the future, I see you dancing for me, be the you wanna be.
Scars on his face, my permanent black guy, hurts like I paid. My dark out was covered in blood. My dead melody had to suicide. Razor blades hidden in my mouth. I don't leave home without a pistol at my couch. Creepers on my door. I don't go out there no more. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Justice on my blood. I got blood. Ain't no killing. I don't feel safe. Justice on my blood. I got blood. Ain't no killing. Catch me sleeping. See me bleeding. If you want to find me, don't let me catch you sleeping. If you got it, don't let me see you bleeding. Razor blades hidden in my mouth. I don't leave home without a pistol at my couch. Creepers on my door. I don't go out there no more. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Justice on my blood. I got blood. Ain't no killing. Justice on my blood. I got blood. Ain't no
I mean, really, if you don't think that's a hit, I don't know what is. Might need to get your ears checked. But that song just takes me back to when I was working at Zara, and on my lunch breaks, I'd go to like the parking lot at the top floor, and I'd just listen to Gene Dawson while eating my lunch, and I'd just be thinking like, damn, bro. I mean, I didn't expect to be here, but we're getting closer to the dream. And that's what it is, really. Just believing that you're getting closer to whatever it is you're trying to achieve, And I feel like one reason people tend to just believe that, it's cool, I don't need to be great, is that they're cool with being ordinary, right? And like I said earlier, how mediocrity is like, it's kind of subjective, but I'm seeing it in the lens of how people think about themselves. The same goes for this one, where it's like, if you're cool with being ordinary, that looks different to a lot of other people. It could be the exact same situation like I described earlier. You're a parent, you live the ordinary life, but that's not ordinary in context to wherever you came from. You still built a good foundation for yourself. But I mean ordinary in the sense that you don't try often enough. Really, you're just cool with like being the guy everybody knows, but like, no one knows much about him, but everyone's cool with him, and when it comes to really pushing for the shit that you like, he's just like, yeah, no, I want to be in music. Yeah. And then they'll be like, oh, really? What role? I don't know. I just know I want to be in music. Like, okay, so do you make beats? Yeah, I'll get into it soon. Okay, do you write? Yeah, no, eventually I'm planning on writing. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Or even like you ask someone, what do they want to do after they graduate from high school or university? And then they'll be like, probably just look for a law firm and then just work there for a while. Oh, okay, yeah. Sure. I mean, that works. But you could have done that while chasing your dream. Like, no one's saying being a lawyer is going to stop you from, I don't know, becoming a makeup artist or whatever. It's just, I always feel like people think that it's a case of you can only do this thing. Like, you can only be a musician, and having a job is going to make it harder. It does, but it also helps you understand that how your time is valuable. You can't just be at the club every night doing some bullshit. You have to like really put yourself in a position where you're working for the future. If you only have Saturday, Sunday off, you need to be doing some on Saturday, Sunday. Post your little YouTube videos, your content. Post that shit. And at least try. There's that video of ASAP where he's like, when is it ever became not cool to try? That's the dumbest shit I heard. And it's true, bro. People are like, they don't want to try anymore. Like, just try. Just try. If you fail, then aware you're at the exact same spot as where you started before. And if it goes well, then you're one step ahead. It's really not that deep, bro. But I do understand the fear of failing in front of people is daunting. But after the first one, it's like, oh, it's not as bad. People are going to forget about it anyways. So I might as well just keep on doing what I'm doing until it works out. Yeah. This next one is Dijon Talk Down. It's a nice little tune, yeah?
Listen to Julia West. Look at myself. Look at me so high, oh. That ain't how you smile, oh. I like you when you talk down. Turn the radio down. I like you when you talk down. Turn the radio down. Listen to the band by the band. Honey, I hold your hand. Your eyes look tired. I like you when you talk down. Turn the radio down. I like you when you talk down. Turn the radio down. And when you speak, I might barely listen to you. Hallelujah. car. I like it when you talk down. I like it when you talk down. You put on lips, fair, and you lean back in your chair, then you turn it down low. I got 50 miles. I like it when you talk down, turn the radio down. I like it when you talk down, turn the radio. Every little kiss on the breast, girl, you blush when I ask you questions about your past. I like it when you talk down, turn the radio down. I like it when you talk down, turn the radio down. When you speak, I might bend to listen to you. Hallelujah. My God, fast asleep in the back of my car. I like it when you talk down. I like it when you talk down. When you speak, I might bend to listen to you. Hallelujah. My God, windows fogging up in my car. I like it when you talk down. I like it when you talk down.
It is freezing right now, okay? Cold as hell. It's windy, well, a little windy, light wind, and rainy and cold. Okay, so outside ain't fun. The kettle's on in the back. I'm making myself tea. I'm a tea guy, by the way. A tea guy, not a coffee guy, a tea guy. But getting back to the topic, you know, and when it comes to being ordinary or thinking ordinary, it's a lot easier too. You know what I mean? Just the mental power. It's like it's in coast mode. You can put it into gear 3 and just let it coast. You know, you're not really pushing 4, 5, 6. Some cars 7. You know, they're not really pushing beyond what they think can be a newfound reality. And that's it saddens me, you know. Don't you want to be the swagged out guy with like the Porsche and like the fly crib and like a studio in your house and like you always all over the world doing this, that, people need you, brands need you, and like you have all this money and like you just swagged out, you know. You can go on a walk and then just chill outside a cafe the whole day writing songs on your guitar. You know, that's just like swag. And then tomorrow you like on tour, an arena tour around the world, headlining, gunman, you alone. Just you on that tour. That's all you need. Bro, that just sounds sick, bro. That really sounds sick. And then just even the state of the music industry right now. I wouldn't say it's bad. There's nothing wrong with the music industry right now. Period. Like, period as in full stop. Not period as in period. But when it comes to the state of the music industry, like, I don't know who's going to be the next Drizzy Dre Jr., you know? I don't know who's going to be the next, like, superstar rapper. I mean, there were shouts that what's that nigga name? Starts with a K. Baby Keem. There were shouts that Baby Keem was gonna be like in the top, one of the top 3. But then who else? Like who else? I mean, I guess now Cardi's entering the conversation, but he's I mean, like new gen and shit. Cause Cardi, The Weeknd, Tyler, The Creator, Drake, Kendrick, like these guys are all old. Like in the sense that, I don't know, they could retire tomorrow and people would say, okay, yeah, they had great careers. Makes sense. They can retire. Yeah. But then again, music is not like football where you have like an age restriction. You can make music until you like 60, 70. It's really when you're just tired of the shit when you quit. But talking about new gen, up and comers, people that are up and coming. I don't know who's gonna be in the top 3. I think we just have to let time play out. People want Judd. They're saying Judd is top 3. Okay. I mean, I guess that's cool. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like there's people pushing for that spot with like fierce intent. You know, I'll say Judd is. I don't listen to his music, but I've heard his saying I don't listen to his music, but I've heard his music. I mean, I don't listen to him frequently enough, you know, to say to disagree or agree. But I've heard his flows. I've heard some of his features, some of his songs, and he cool. Okay, he cool. You know what I mean? But before we get further into this, let's hit you with Flozzig, 1,000 Degrees. Let's go.
Looking up, I've never felt so high. Learned to let go, I was scared to fly. Now I'm loving motion. Conversations with those eyes. Swear you can never plan to find love. Even all these words on the surface, I could bite my tongue till it bleeds. Lately you've been giving me new peace. Feeling like 1,000 degrees. How come I trust you with my life? It should be a damn felony. Could it be God is a woman? Could it be God is a woman? Could it be God is a woman? Precious how you love me so much. No matter what I do, no matter what I do. Found you in the deepest waters. Shedding the desires of my flesh and blood. Falling for you slowly, falling for you slowly. Never meant to feel this, never this way. Baby, it'll over, baby, it'll over. No shame, no hiding, I'm dying to myself. Even all these words on the surface, I could bite my tongue till it bleeds. Lately you've been giving me new peace. Feeling like 1,000 degrees. How come I trust you with my life? It should be a damn felony. Could it be God is a man? Could it be God is a man? I question everything, is that a bad thing? I guess we'll never know everything.
Dude, that song had like the longest fade out. I had to cut that shit, bro. That shit was too long. It's still going right now. But yeah, I had to cut that shit. The state of the music industry and people not wanting to be great. Okay, that's something we need to address now. People will rap about it. Yeah, I'm the best rapper. This nigga, no, you ain't. You ain't selling out shit. But you can try. You should try. And I don't think there's more. There isn't enough people trying. You know, because most of the music I listen to is more like indie music, like indie in the sense that like they're not mainstream indie, like the term as in not being signed to a label, or maybe if they are, it's a really small label and they wouldn't have like a crazy huge fan base. Some of the people that I'm playing have insane fan bases, but a lot of the time the people that I listen to are like sub 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify, you know. But I feel like I've said enough about the music industry and how there's not enough people pushing to be great. And like I said, I don't listen to like rap, how do I say this? Solely. I listen to like everything else. But you know, you would know when someone is like, yo, now they coming up. You would know. And I haven't had that feeling, which is fine. Up until I drop, let's just hold it until I drop. Okay, let's just hold it. But moving on, another reason why people don't push to be great is because there's so many tools around us, good or bad, whatever they are. One of them is AI. And AI is letting niggas make song ideas or whatever ideas, really. And just, it's become like a crutch, you know. I wouldn't say that I don't think I've used AI often for music. When it comes to music specifically, I haven't at all. I normally just use AI for like research purposes, which is I think what it should be used for, not for like coming up with full-fledged songs for niggas. Because if it's doing that, I don't know, maybe you need to find a different profession. Personally. Or just put the time in, dude. Put the time in, learn how to make beats, learn the sound you want, learn how to come up with ideas and make them material, like flesh them out. That takes time, bro. You can't just AI everything. Now imagine, I don't know, I saw a video on the internet of like someone who like AI, they used AI to make music, and then people paid for a show to go see this artist, and then like he was just standing on stage while the music was playing in the background, because I don't think he could sing. I think the person used AI to just like get the tone of his voice, and then everything else was AI from what I saw. You know, I could be capping. I might not know the whole story, but it just seemed like they paid for an AI artist. He was just standing on stage, didn't sing because he probably couldn't. But yeah, that's terrible, bro. Like imagine in an industry where streaming doesn't even get you that much bread. Now you want to bring in AI niggas, where we as artists would get some of our money is from ticket sales, from ticket sales. And now even the AI niggas is trying to get our ticket sale money. Like, bro, hold up. Dude, and even Spotify has rolled out like a verified artist check to show that like this artist is a human. Dude, what? Dude, why? Dude, what? Why are you even allowing this AI shit on there in the first place? Personally. But yeah, it's just creating an abundance of niggas who just make AI music. And I'm sure there's some that are pretty good, but to me it just seems like you're in it for the wrong reasons. Like you should be in the music industry because you like music. You shouldn't be in it just so that you can blow up and then look cool online and then have a show where you can't sing. Personally, they should just stop like AI making tools. That's just me. I think they should stop. And before I stop, we're gonna play the next one. This one is Flume, Bon Iver. I mean, this one is it's a schmacker.
I am my mother's only one. It's enough. I wear my garment so it shows. Now you know. Only love is all bluey feathers on the floor. Sky is warm, she's the moon. I am my mother on the wall with us all. I'm moving water shore to shore. Nothing's more. Only love is all. Lapping lakes like every noon. Leaving rope burns when it's rude. Only love is all bluey feathers on the floor. Sky is warm and she's the
That's another one that reminds me about my girlfriend. Just the instrumentation in that, it's just so, well, the instrumentation of it is just so beautiful. Like the feeling the song gives me reminds me of her. It's a nice one. Bon Iver is nice with, when it comes to vocals, guitar work. Just his sound is sick. Anyway. Moving on. Sometimes I feel personally, I don't know if other niggas do, but I always feel like maybe people don't want to be great because, you know, it's either they put too much weight on decisions or not enough weight on decisions, and kind of like finding that balance of when to take your time with the decision and when not to take your time with the decision. That's a skill that you really have to learn, because some people just don't overthink at all, and they can just coast through life, and not coast through life, but they can go through life and not have to really think about the weight of their decisions. Some people, you know, they see the task of becoming great as a big one, which is, it is big. Yeah, it is big. But when it comes to decision making, you're gonna have to go through a lot of those. They don't know if they got that skill set of deciding, because this is how I see it. Right? If somebody offers them a lot of money to do something that goes against their morals, some people would overthink it, and then eventually the offer will pass them. Some people won't think enough about it, and then they'll agree to doing it. Let's just say they agree, right? And now they're doing something that's against their morals, but they're getting money for it. And that's I don't know if that story was the correct analogy or if it even made sense for what I was saying, honestly. I'm low-key, well, not low-key, I'm not in a rush, but I set time aside to record this episode, and we're already overtime. We're in OT right now. We're in OT, but it's cool. So when it comes to decision making, I just feel like it would become a lot easier if people had an exact vision of how they wanted to market themselves, how they wanted to do this. Like, for example, take me, right? I know my music won't get played in the club, so I would never perform in a club. What am I doing performing my music in a club? You know what I mean? If you make trap, I'm a piano, like dance music. If you make dance music, yeah, perform it in the club, because in the club is where people dance. Not to say that people can't dance to my music, but it's just like, what the actual fuck is my music doing in the club? It doesn't belong there. My music belongs like outside, where the sun is setting, like that type of setting, more free flowing environment, and less constricted physically and mentally, an environment that just allows free form thinking, really. And that's where I believe my music is, and where it will stay, really. I was never... So, with that information, me knowing I wouldn't perform in a club, and me, I don't really drink either, so I wouldn't have to take up an offer. I wouldn't think about an offer if someone wanted me to promote like an alcohol brand, or like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't accept that, simply because I know, like, okay, in my path of greatness, I do not want to be associated with drinking. Some people drink, so if a drink brand comes on the table, then they'll take it because it aligns with them. But, sometimes you just can overthink to the point where you don't even come up with a decision. You don't even know what your identity is. You don't even know what your sound is going to be. You don't even know. So just that skill alone, being able to decide yes, no, left or right, up or down, that skill needs to be worked on a lot more in people. And I also see it like when I'm listening to albums. Okay, wait. Before we get into this, I'll remember this for after the song. But before we get into the next one, the next segment, let's play a song. This one is McGee Alessis.
I'm in another party, losing somebody else. Both of the headless and heartless, dancing with themselves. Oh yeah, you're not a poet, you're a liar. I'm not a liar, I'm just high. What way. We can find a way.
Yeah, that's another nice one. Another nice one. Miguel Alessis. But going back to what I was saying, is even when I'll be listening to albums sometimes, and it'll be like a playlist of just all their favorite songs that they've made. When you listen to it, there's no cohesiveness, there's no lane that it sits in. And it's like, okay, cool, you can have music that doesn't sit in one lane. But now when it just feels like a playlist, it's like, damn, bro, did you even think about making something that just wants to be in the same world? Like, all you're gonna do is make music that is like, the first song sits in this world, second song sits in that world, third song sits in that world. And there's people who like make music, right? But they're not like the storytelling type of music. But all their music still sounds like it's from the same universe. And that is like what I was saying, is like understanding the decision to creative direct something that will sound like it's from the same universe. That's a big task. Dude, there's people who have A&R jobs just for this, to make sure that they can bring in the right producers. I'm listening to a podcast, The Manager's Playbook, and it's Rihanna's A&R. Yeah, let me see if I can get the name quickly. But he's basically saying, like, when she was recording Auntie, she had like everyone who was everyone was there. You know, Pharrell, Travis, The Weeknd, Party Next Door, like Kehlani, like everyone that was everyone at that time was there. And she had a crib up in Malibu where people were working on different songs, kind of like some Kanye West, Twisted Fantasy, Kanye West Twisted Fantasy shit. You know what I mean? And just understanding who to bring on board, what can we give the green light, dude. That's to become great. Greatness isn't a mistake, dude. To have the thought process to be like, oh, okay, nah. That one doesn't. We're not rocking with that one. It's cool, but we're not rocking with that one. It doesn't align with my brand image, or the brand image of the album, or the brand image of the video, or the brand. You know what I mean? That decision. The decision that some people don't put enough time into considering, or some people put too much time into considering. That decision is the most important one, really. Because I could be recording my album and just let all of my homies on it. All of my homies can get a feature. It's like, dude, no. If it doesn't align with the song, and if I didn't set out the song to have a feature, I'm not putting a fucking feature on it, bro. You know? But then sometimes it's like, you just have just a really good relationship with someone. It's like, yeah, now, okay, I can kind of make space for them. It might not be ideal, but it will still push the story forward, and it will seem like it was planned. You know what I mean? Then that's cool. That's still cool. You know, but and in this podcast, he was basically saying how A&Rs are like an underappreciated job. I mean, for me personally, for other people, they work, and you know, people need other people around them. But bro, when it came to the sonics of that album, no fucking A&R was there in my room when I was cooking this shit. No fucking A&R was there in the studio. No fucking A&R was there when I was writing them lyrics down in my notepad. None. None. Okay? But we'll continue this just now. Next song, 1500 Jackson by Alex Demin. Who's that? Give me a second, let me find it. Alex Banin. 1500 Jackson, Alex Banin.
And to be somebody, someone, to feel like I was something for once. I can't stay, knowing your choices. I can't afford what you're doing, but on these days, have my fate, my control. If I die right now, I would die yours. Find myself tomorrow. If I die right now, I would die alone. Selfish to love me with choices so wild. You say something that I can't hear, and he writing in my worst fears. Try a little bit harder with somebody you wanna love her. Look at what you do. How do you get by with such a heavy conscience on your best days? Have my control. If I die right now, I would die yours. Find myself tomorrow. If I die right now, I would die alone. Have my time. You made your choices, but yours aren't mine.
Yeah. You know, the role of an A&R, it is important. Yeah, of course. To some people. I'm not people. Seriously, I'm not people. But during that podcast, you know, on the road to greatness, he did make a valuable point. He was saying, sometimes the A&R isn't necessarily someone whose job title is A&R. It's like how Phineas's brother, how Billie Eilish's brother Phineas like creates the worlds for her in his instrumentals. Like that's A&Ring, but I don't think that's really A&Ring. That's just someone with taste. You know what I mean? So I get his point, but you just someone who has taste, bro. And that goes back to the first episode where I said money can buy happiness, but it can't buy swag, bro. Taste is a universal currency. Like when somebody sees someone driving a nice car, it's like, When I say nice, I mean like, not like a nice car from popularity standards. I mean a nice car from, it doesn't have to be niche, but just from a more tasteful standard. Like, for me, I don't think Lamborghinis are good or fly cars. The only one that I think is fly is the Countach. And some people like Lambo, that's cool. And I see the appeal. The only other one I would understand, I wouldn't get it though, is the Lamb truck, the Urus. But it's like, compare someone driving a Urus, right, which is unanimously decided, which has been unanimously decided upon, that it's a good and cool looking car. Now take that and put it against a Mercedes-Benz 190e. I'm taking the Mercedes-Benz 200 times out of 10. But that's just me. And like I said, swag is just that universal currency. Oh, my Mac's about to die. Hold on. Yeah, we're back. But A&Ring does play a role. I feel like it's just I feel like it's one of those roles where people are just trying to keep the job to avoid letting go of people, you know. Because if someone has taste, if someone is like, I only want this producer to make my beats for the next EP or album or whatever, then the artist is essentially A&Ring themselves. But I just feel like, like I said, A&R is just one of them roles where the label is just trying to look for a reason to pay someone. We don't need A&Rs, buddy. We don't need A&Rs. Because at the end of the day, if you trust yourself, you trust your vision, you'll be straight. I mean, I'm making my album. I trust myself. I trust my vision. I'll be straight. You know. And speaking of songs that are swag, okay? Next song is Invincible, Daniel Caesar Omar Apollo. Smash.
After CS1 release, I miss my girl, it's time to hit the streets. I went to check my dogs, get some vitamin C. You won't believe what happened to me. Drip, drip, with the cold IV. Out of consciousness if I ever slept it. And I woke up in an ambulance. If I were to go, tell me, would you notice me? If I were to go, tell me, would you notice me? 64 hours since my baby spoke to me. He kissed me, now I love his dopamine. I tried to go to sleep with my brain on 2CB. You won't believe what happened to me. Drip, drip, drip with the cold IV. Out of consciousness if I ever slept it.
I think I'm moving high speed now. That's my song, let me hear that bounce. Latin boy for the color brown. Shagamo jeans, Ferragamo brown. Venetian walls with the porcelain tile. 28-6 down the doggone town. If I'm down, would you help me out? If I'm down, would you help me out?
Call you back to tell you that. Call me back. My feelings. I'm not invincible. I'm not invincible. I had to call you back to tell you that. Call me back. My feelings. I'm not invincible. I'm not invincible.
man, shout out if you reached this part. You know, we're almost wrapping up the show. Surprised I even made it to episode 3, if I'm being honest. Surprised I even dropped the first episode. Because like I said, I'm a chronic overthinker. I almost overthought myself out of not doing this. But then I was like, hey man, let me just do some. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Episode 3 now, baby. You know? Going for the 3-peat. Going back to topic. Well, let me see if I have anything left in my notes. Just to wrap up the episode, you know? Just to conclude everything we've said. No, I've said everything. Okay. But, you know, in conclusion, personally, I don't think that their greatness is a feat that more people don't try and achieve. Whether you agree or disagree, I couldn't care less. Because this is my show. And I wouldn't say I'm always right, but I understand where I'm coming from. Okay? I do. I understand where I'm coming from. So, you know, when it comes to the road of becoming one of the greatest, it ain't easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. You know, if it was easy, everyone would have done it. But that's why not enough people are doing it. Because they're just looking for the easy road, nigga. Niggas have to stop that shit. They have to stop that shit. Honestly speaking, they got to stop that shit. Because it ain't cool. That's some lame shit if you ask me. But yeah, man. It's been your boy ODY. Wrapping up the show with Vegan, A Dream Goes On Forever, featuring John Glacier. See you in the next one, man. Aware.
God, like your business is not a business. You're empty without God in your life. You may be a good person, but something's missing out of your life. The devil's on the rampage, seeking to get divine. Not saving my life. If you're not strong, I'm motivated God's spirit. All demon and spirit come and take over your life. Every spirit on the blood of beauty. In the peace. Bless the Lord, rest my blessed person. I don't see my great love.
serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.